What happens when a proud little bird tries to be a big, mighty eagle? Find out in our delightful story, The Proud Jackdaw and the Wise Eagle, where a funny mix-up teaches a valuable lesson about being true to yourself.
High above the green fields, a majestic brown eagle soared on powerful, broad wings. The warm sun shone brightly on its glossy feathers, making it look very grand indeed. Its keen eyes, like tiny golden beads, scanned the world below for a tasty snack. Fluffy white clouds drifted slowly across the sky, painting a peaceful picture. Suddenly, the eagle spotted a small, fluffy white lamb happily munching on sweet grass. With a swift dive, the mighty bird descended towards its target. With a quick swoop and incredible strength, the magnificent brown eagle delicately seized the little lamb in its strong talons. The lamb was lifted effortlessly from the soft green grass. Up, up, up into the vast blue sky they went, past the fluffy clouds. The eagle flew with steady beats of its enormous wings, carrying its meal with ease. Its destination was a cozy nest, hidden high on a towering mountain cliff, where hungry eaglets waited for their dinner. What an amazing sight to behold! Below, perched quietly on a sturdy branch of an ancient oak tree, a small, sleek black jackdaw watched the whole scene unfold. He was much smaller than the powerful eagle, with bright, curious eyes that missed nothing. His shiny black feathers ruffled slightly in the gentle breeze. The jackdaw saw the eagle fly away with the lamb, and a peculiar thought began to hatch in his silly little head. He admired the eagle's strength and daring, wishing he could be just as grand. "I can do that too," the little black jackdaw squawked to himself, feeling a sudden surge of bravery. His heart swelled with a proud, silly idea. He imagined himself soaring just like the eagle, big and strong, carrying off a prize. He fluffed up his shiny black feathers, trying to appear much larger than he really was. A mischievous sparkle danced in his tiny, dark eyes. Oh, what a grand adventure awaited him! He puffed out his chest, ready to embark on his bold imitation. With much rustling of his shiny black feathers, the jackdaw adopted a fierce and determined air. He imagined himself as big and strong as the eagle. He took a deep breath, gathered all his courage, and launched himself into the air. Down, down, down he flew, aiming for the verdant green meadow below. His target was not a small lamb, but an even larger animal, a big, fluffy white ram. The ram was calmly munching on fresh clover, completely unaware of the jackdaw's grand plan. With a clumsy thump, the ambitious jackdaw landed squarely on the broad, fluffy back of the enormous white ram. He tried to mimic the eagle's powerful grip, digging his little claws into the ram's dense, warm wool. But oh dear, this was not working out as planned. The ram, several times larger than the jackdaw, barely even flinched. He simply continued to chew his grass, a look of complete peace on his face. The tiny bird was completely unnoticed by his gigantic, woolly perch. The jackdaw flapped his wings with all his might, trying to lift off and carry away the ram, just like the eagle had done. His little wings beat faster and faster, making a soft fluttering sound. But to his dismay, he couldn't get away. His small, delicate claws were tangled tight in the ram's thick, curly wool. He pulled and tugged, but the wool held him fast, like a soft, fluffy trap. The ram remained utterly undisturbed, enjoying his grassy feast, completely unaware of the little bird's struggle. Suddenly, a kind-faced shepherd, with a long brown beard and a friendly smile, appeared in the meadow. He was calmly tending to his flock, his loyal sheepdog trotting by his side. The shepherd saw the strange sight of the small black jackdaw fluttering helplessly on the back of his massive white ram. With a wise nod, he immediately understood what had happened. He had seen many silly things in his quiet life, but this was certainly one of the funniest. A gentle chuckle escaped his lips as he walked closer. With slow, gentle steps, the kind shepherd walked over to the ram and reached out his hand. He carefully untangled the small black jackdaw from the thick wool. The jackdaw, a bit embarrassed, stopped flapping his wings. The shepherd held the bird ever so gently in his strong, warm hands. To make sure the little bird wouldn't get into more mischief, the shepherd thoughtfully clipped a few of its shiny wing feathers. This meant the jackdaw couldn't fly far for a little while, keeping him safe. That evening, in the cozy warmth of their farmhouse, the shepherd brought the little jackdaw to his two children. Little Willie, with her bright rosy cheeks, and young Tom, with his sparkling curious eyes, gasped in delight. The children were smaller than the shepherd, their smiles wide with excitement. They had never seen a bird so close before. They gathered around, their small hands eager to gently pet the soft feathers of the now quiet jackdaw. It was a wonderful surprise. "What a funny bird this is," giggled Lily, her voice like tiny bells ringing. Tom, always full of questions, added, "What do you call it, Father?" Their laughter filled the cozy room, a joyful sound. The jackdaw, perched inside a small cage, seemed to tilt its head as if listening intently. The children found its shiny black feathers and its slightly dazed expression quite amusing. They were so happy to have a new visitor in their home. The kind shepherd, with a twinkle in his eye, looked at his children and smiled warmly. "That, my dears, is a jackdaw," he explained gently. Lily and Tom listened carefully, their expressions thoughtful. He paused for a moment, letting his words sink in. Then, with a playful tone, he added, "But if you were to ask him, I dare say he would tell you he is a magnificent eagle." The jackdaw seemed to puff out its chest ever so slightly in agreement, making the children giggle all over again. The shepherd then picked up a small, carved wooden eagle and a tiny carved jackdaw, showing them to his children. "You see, children," he said, "the eagle is truly mighty and powerful, created for grand flights and great tasks." Lily and Tom carefully examined the little wooden birds, comparing their sizes. He pointed to the jackdaw in the cage. But the jackdaw, though small, has its own special gifts, like its clever mind and beautiful song. "It's important to remember," continued the shepherd, his voice soft and kind, "that everyone is special in their own way." Lily nodded, her pigtails bouncing gently. Tom looked at his own small hands, thinking about what his father said. "Trying to be someone you're not, or pretending to be greater than you are, can lead to trouble," the shepherd explained wisely. He gently stroked Lily's hair, teaching them a valuable lesson about being true to themselves. "So, my dear children, the lesson of the jackdaw and the eagle is this. It is always best to be happy with who you truly are. Don't try to be like others, especially if it means pretending to be someone you're not. Embrace your unique talents and abilities, no matter how big or small they seem. For just like the little jackdaw found his own special place, you too will shine brightest by being your authentic self. After all, a happy jackdaw is far better than a tangled, pretending eagle."
Ever dreamed of being the hero? Now you get to be the star. Your adventure starts at TalesMio. Visit talesmio.com now.